Greetings! Welcome to the devlog for experimental build 4 of update 113 of hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. We're going to start, as always, with a quick sound check. Make sure speakers aren't up too high. Wonderful. So what have we got for you this week? Well, I am still mired in scope land, and so to make that a little less drudgerous, decided to implement a couple more rifles in our AR series. So we're going to take a look at those, and then we're going to take a look at pretty much the last of the integrated scopes that have needed migration, some of which were, prior to this migration, some of the worst scopes or least usable scopes in the game. So huge improvements there. So let's take a look at our new toy. Appropriate for a scope-centric update, we have the Mark 12 Mod 0 SPR. That's right, SPR, Special Purpose Rifle, not to be confused with a DMR. And honestly, this is probably one of my favorite ones. It just screams like late 90s vibes with this 4. Set up more for long-range engagements, and we got a set of new attachments to go with it. We're going to pair it with the 3x9 scope we already have. We're going to flip down our irons there to get them out of the way of this scope. Yeah, let's put that right there. Beautiful. Let's line that up. Remember, I don't have, just in case you're like, why is the view so jerky? In general, I have been, for helping to show off how much more stable the new scope system is, I am recording the devlogs for this experimental alpha cycle, etc., with none of the camera filtering and smoothing of my spectator view, just to really show off how much more usable this view is. So yes, we've got that. We have got oh, you know what? I just remembered. I didn't fix that suppressor yet. So there's our devlog bug. And we have a new attachable bipod, which looks super sweet. That looks awesome. Looking good. I'm going to just freestand shoot this, though. Cool. Did we? Nope. We did not ready it. There we go. Let's take ourselves, and I believe this defaults, down at 3x. Let's take a look at that. Oh, just look at that. Beautiful view. Remember, all of our new scopes do have physicalized controls in them. So that is, which is that? That's my reticle illumination. Which, once again, is that airing on me? Oh, nope, there we go. There we go. Get some reticle illumination there. And does this one... I always forget. Let's bring up... There we go. Let's change our magnification up to 9x on this. I don't know why I couldn't find that dot. Ah, it's there we go. There's our dial. Shows you how frequently I've actually shot with this one. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. And to go with it, there we have the the Mod 1 version of it. That is the later version, more quad railed out, which I know some of you will prefer. I of course prefer the more retro look for sure. Though man, just calling something that came out in like 2000s retro at this point just made me crumble to dust. iBox is a little more particular on this sucker when it's ramped all the way up to 10x, but still very much usable. Wonderful. So there you have it, your Mark 12s. I hope those of you who enjoy longer range AR variants enjoy them. I will need to fix that suppressor before we do our update today. So let's take a look at our improved integrated ones. This one I think a lot of folks just absolutely hated using this gun, our M40A1, once again because of the behavior of the integrated scope, because this is a fairly high magnification one. This is either 8 or 10x, and is just so much more usable now. Just like real clear, real stable, like so. Wonderful. There's our M40A1. Put you over here. Also, very importantly, some other stuff changed involving the scope code this week. They should take into account rotational variance in a way that they didn't before. So if you do something goofy, like put a scope on like a 45-degree offset mount, it should actually zero correctly. Hopefully, we'll have to test a little more to find out. Chamber this. We have our PSG1. So much clearer. Oh, I just love that one. Just love that one. We have our AUG A1, which should be as well significantly more usable. I used to always avoid this one precisely because of this. I have adjusted the virtual stock shoulder depth point on a number of these to try to make sure that their default position is set up to really take advantage of the eye box of their given integrated scope. Just trivial to send ones downrange with that one. Not the most magnification on the planet. I think this is only a 1.5x, but still just super clear reticle. Nice and easy to use. Aha, we have the G11. This was another one that just was cursed with a just not terribly great optic. Uses the same reticle as the AUG there, but with a little more zoomed in. You know, that reticle might be a little too thick now that I'm looking at it. I'll have to talk to Ollie about that. I also feel like I have like a geo intersection issue. I wonder if I've got like 2 copies of the lens geo there. Devlog bug number 2! Ah, I love that sound of that hyperburst. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Oh, I love that we have these working. It actually makes me want to use all these guns that have integrated scopes. And of course we have the G3 SG1 here with just, oh, that's so clear looking. I believe this one, yeah, let's crank that way up. Oh yeah, there we go. What a fantastic reticle, fantastic scope. And of course, because this is using the claw mount there, if you wanted to, you could pop this onto an MP5 as well. And then last but not least, of course, we need the complete target paper target obliterator, the NTW-20's scope is now worth using. So I guess we'll just pop this one down here. Come down. There we go. There we go. Goodbye, paper target. So there you have it. That is our updated integrated scopes. There's a whole bunch more bug fixes. I basically got to all the bugs that had accrued over the length of my trip this week. There were a whole bunch of them. Some metadata bugs that were screwing up item spawner entries. I had some ID collisions. There's still some more work to be done with the scope stuff, but we are nearing the end of it. As I mentioned, Ole had been under the weather, but he's actually working on a full replacement of our Ghost DR optic, the one that can just like single click real fast between a 1 and a 4x. It's a super complex model. And and there's still a couple more replacement scopes that we want to get in here, like a replacement for the 3 to 12 and such. But this project is just about done, which means we can finally move on to other stuff, because I really want to I want to get one of the levels done. I want to get a fresh environment in the game, and we'll be free to do so as soon as we are done with being mired in Scopeland. So I know this hasn't been the most exciting past couple weeks of stuff, just because it's, being in the weeds with, systems and things like that. But I think the fact that this has turned magnified shooting into this thing that was kind of felt honestly like a downgrade more often than not. Like, I would just, in playing Take and Hold, I'll be frank, most of the time I would rather just fire off irons or use a dot. But since this sort of upgrade, I will now put a magnifier on any chance I get. It's just such a supreme advantage since this has gotten upgraded that, yeah, immensely satisfying. Any hoozles, I hope you folks enjoy playing with our new AR toys and continuing to mess around with the scopes. As always, please continue reporting bugs and things that you find with them. I am sure, just given things, I probably broke something. But we're moving much closer towards being able to actually have this set and be able to go to mainline, which will come with an extra little treat. So once I get there. So anyway, I will stop rambling. I will wish you all a wonderful weekend, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Peace.